Don't mind me, guys. I was just doing my, my daily workout to get prepared to pull a 10-pointer deer out of the woods. I'm sitting next to my friend. Nobody gave me a name suggestion on Instagram for my big buck there, so we're gonna call him John Doe. Get it? Like, you don't have a name for it, you call it John Doe, but it's not a doe because of the buck, but okay, anyway. And then we got our turkey over here, and we don't have a name for that either. Looks like a, I don't know, lazy turkey. That's the best I can do for my names. Okay. Anyway, so what I have here is my PSE Brute Force Lite, and I have a 27-inch draw on this. And for today's test, we will be shooting some bone. And so I have these bones from the local butcher shop, and basically what they are femur bones. Now this first one here is cut in half, because you can eat out the bone marrow. And then once I give these to my dog, I'm not sure what else to do with them, so I thought, archery season's coming up, and I've got some new broadheads. Let's test them out and see what happens. So I really want to know what my setup's going to do against bone, and maybe the most realistic one will be this one, since it's probably the thickness of a scapula. This one maybe not so realistic, but maybe we can get some ideas out of it, because obviously you're not going to shoot a leg bone, or hopefully you're not, and it's going to be a lot thicker to get through versus a deer shoulder blade. So I'm not sure what to expect. Maybe I'm thinking maybe the arrow is going to deflect off of these bones. We'll see. We'll see if we can get any kind of penetration. I have seen that the Wasp archery drone broadhead, which is what I'm using, has gotten stuck in concrete before. So what it is a fixed blade broadhead. And what I have is the 125 grain. You can pick these up for about $30 to $35. And the arrow I'm using is an Easton full metal jacket, of course, in 5mm. On my setup, I try to get every advantage that I can get as far as, the best penetration. So I chose the thinnest arrow with the best punch that I could get. So it's 477 grains total here. So I got 12.0 grains per inch on the arrow, and 125 grain broadhead. And so let's go ahead and see what I can do with my setup and this arrow. So without further ado, let's get it started. Oh, and don't try this at home. I've always just wanted to say that. Okay, we got our bone taped up there to the target, and we're at a distance at 25 yards. Wow, I got so excited, I just wanted to go check it out, but the thing exploded. Let's go see it. Okay guys, so this is what happened. I got a lot of bone fragments on the ground. It feels like it just was super brittle. These are all the pieces I found. And I guess what happened was, I believe I hit a little bit off to the side maybe. Maybe we'll put, so this was, so I actually hit it right on the X. And as you can see, the piece just broke off right in half. At first I thought I might have nicked it to the right, but apparently I was dead on. And so just looking at it, I don't know if it's just because it was brittle or old or what, but it was a pretty good shot, and it does penetrate this bone pretty easily, it looks like, and that's probably about a ½ inch thick. So I'm very impressed with the first shot here, and it was pretty easy, and the arrow is still intact. Let's see if we can pull out the broadhead. Or maybe it didn't even go in that far. Because I would really like to reuse this broadhead. All right. Let's see here. Oh, wow, that looks really bad. I don't want to say really bad. That's the broadhead right there. So this Broadhead has some very chipped up edges, but the point a little bit dull, but it looks like it could be filed down a little bit and reused. And the good thing is that you do get some replacement blades to fix that Broadhead. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and try the same test on the bigger bone, see if it goes through both, and let's just leave it like it is. I don't want to damage another one, I guess, but we'll see. All right, so I just got this bone taped up. I tried to find the best location to shoot it, and I'm thinking maybe right here because it's kind of on the half, and hopefully I don't just split it open where it was already glued together. But we'll see. Hopefully I can hit that. All right, bone test number 2. Distance of 25 yards. This is going to be the whole bone, or the whole leg bone. Let's see what happens. So I guess that concludes my arrow testing. Let's go see what happened. Okay, so I thought I could reuse the arrow because I just basically skimmed off of the bone. But after pulling it out initially, it looks like it is not going to be able to survive another one. So I guess this one goes to the pile of artifacts. Let's try and dig out this Broadhead. Okay. So there are the blades. The other one is jammed down into the shaft of the arrow, but the other ones have basically come off, and there is basically the tip and the insert. So just reviewing that, looks like it did bend pretty good. I don't know what happened, but this is kind of unscrewed a little bit, so maybe when the arrow is spinning, it spun itself off when it entered the target a little bit. Here's the bone. So there's a really good gouge in it. Really good gouge in it. I didn't hit where I wanted to hit. I wanted to hit more here, but this is still kind of like a flat area when it first entered right there. But basically, we'll watch the slow-mo and it just deflected straight off of there and into the target. Okay, so let's review. What do I like about it? Do I like it? Yes, I do like the Broadhead made by Wasp, the drone version. And you know, watching the first bone test, I was actually pretty impressed that it just shattered and went right through it. The other one, obviously, maybe I didn't expect too much, and obviously they're probably not meant to do like things like that. Obviously, if you were to hit rib cages, then I guess it would kind of deflect between or off of that round rib cage and between two rib cages to enter the heart or lung. But I'm not going to fault the drone on this failure here and the broken arrow afterwards. I guess at the end of the day, I'm very happy with my setup. Having a 28-inch arrow, you can still do pretty much some severe damage to a deer based on the evidence here of what you can see of my arrow now. So it is slightly bent now. But at the end of the day, there you have it. The bone test, that's my arrow, that's my Broadhead. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see some more things, let me know, and I'll try to see what else we can come up with. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You might say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Oh hey, yeah, since nobody wanted to help me figure out a name for my big buck here, I think we're just going to call him Rudolph. And I hope Rudolph takes care of Grandma this year. Grandma got run over by a reindeer walking home from our place Christmas Eve.